What is the worst and weirdest of Monopoly? From KamSandwich 2 months ago, almost 400,000 views. I always see these Monopoly games. Gay Monopoly, regular Monopoly, Colts, Detroit, Emo.
I like Monopoly.
Boo!
Yes, being one of the most
Do
popular...
people still fuck with Monopoly? I feel like they don't. I feel like no Gen Alpha kid is ever gonna play this. Do they play board games at all?
With a large fan base comes a large profit
Chad, I
potential.
go car.
With a design
What do you
as
play?
simple as Monopoly's, you
Or
can
hat.
alter and add to it with a lot more ease than other games.
I think I
so
main
Hasbro
car
has decided
usually.
to take this opportunity
Thumbtack?
to create
It's not a thumbtack, jackass. It's a thimble.
How many different versions? Well, for this video, I scrolled through 1,500 different official versions of the game on Board Game Geek. And
Oh my god.
so how do you tell the difference between an official and a Kroger brand Monopoly? Well, the largest indicator that a game
there
is an
fake ones?
official
I didn't know
Monopoly
that.
product is if it has the full word of Monopoly somewhere in the title. The most common way companies get around this is by instead putting the ending phrase "opoly" at the end of whatever their theme is. So
Right,
Chicago
okay.
Opoly here is not an official Monopoly version.
But
It
they
was
still have
made by
Go.
Late for the Sky.
I'm sure there's a horse Monopoly. I don't need to play Horseopoly.
As with everything,
Ew.
there are exceptions to this though, as 1983's Gay Monopoly is not an official version, as you can probably imagine. I've covered this gem before, but to highlight why we see all the Opolis around...
I don't like that this is a recommended video. He has a whole video on Gay Monopoly? I'll save that for later. What if Gay Monopoly was your coming out moment? It was your awakening. That's how you realized.
With
In
all the
8 months,
changes
I'll
that they
try it
made to
out.
the
I
board-
wonder if it's on oh my god. Oh, it just goes in a circle. That's it! Go straight to Straight City! No!
I am not joking when I say that nearly every conceivable brand has been converted into a themed Monopoly edition.
I don't
because
believe
it is
you.
easy, it is noticeable, and fans will buy it. Since these are all practical,
Bro,
because it is
counts with
easy,
the
it is
opposite
noticeable, and
direction?
fans will buy.
This is how you do 3? What the fuck is that? What culture is that? Ew. Who does 3 like this? I do this. Some people do this. This is pussy shit.
3, 2, 1.
Turn it on.
Run it. Monopoly Deluxe Edition. Monopoly Disney.
Obviously.
Monopoly Simpsons.
Yes.
Monopoly Pokemon.
I played that.
Monopoly Official NFL Edition.
Every team?
Which determines the value of each team based on how good they are.
This is fucked up.
Monopoly My NBA, which lets you
Your
determine the
NBA?
value of each team. Monopoly Blackpool and the Fiddle Coast Edition.
What is that?
Monopoly
There's
Bournemouth
probably
and
another team.
Pool Edition. Monopoly
Okay.
Global and the Fiddle
What the
Coast
fuck
Edition.
is this? Where are
Monopoly
we going? What is Bournemouth and Pool? I thought it was a soccer team, but what the fuck is going on here? Is this a city?
The 1-2 punch of Monopoly Cleveland and Monopoly Detroit.
Yuck.
Hmm.
What's the biggest thing in Cleveland? Oh, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, obviously. The Fox Theater? I don't know what that is. And the General Motors headquarters.
Monopoly John Deere, Monopoly Warhammer, Monopoly the .com edition.
Ooh, I gotta fuck
Monopoly
with that.
SpongeBob meme edition.
Oh, not just normal
Monopoly
SpongeBob.
Heinz
Ketchup?
Inflatable Monopoly.
I like
Monopoly
that.
U.S. Stamps edition.
Why would
Monopoly City of Utica. Monopoly
York?
Virgin Money. Go on, it's payday. Monopoly.
I'll give it up for that. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I was trying to come up with a punchline, but he did it for. That was pretty funny. I'll give it up for that one. That was good. I'll give it up. I like that one.
D-Day.
Wait, D-Day?
Scott the Woz Monopoly.
Oh, shit! That's real?
There you have 46 different reskins of the exact same game sold at market. And remember, I scrolled through 1,500 of these things, and that isn't even all of them.
I was gonna say,
but that is
46
just the
doesn't seem
first
that
type
high.
of Monopoly release, range from tie-ins to sticking with the Monopoly brand. But what sets them apart is that they each try to change up the Monopoly gameplay in some new way.
Gotcha.
These can be with changes to the movement, the board, the rules, or sometimes even the
Coincidence?
entire
Yes.
structure of the game. I've got 10 revamped editions that I'd like to show off here.
Please
all
do.
ranging
I would love to see
wildly
them.
in terms of quality and wackiness.
Sure.
So let's start off with the logical first step, Monopoly Gamer. Monopoly Gamer sees you take control of one of your favorite Mario
I remember this one now. Yeah, it's not even Nintendo.
Luigi or Shy Guy tokens.
Yeah, it's
Monopoly
just
Gamer sees you take control of a Mario character.
I own this one. Actually, I did anyway. I don't know where it is now. He's got a fucked up Donkey Kong, though. I didn't have that.
As instead of running a marathon of endurance, you're running a sprint to the finish. Coins act as your currency, but what you're really gunning for are points, which you can get by buying properties or beating bosses.
Oh, I don't
one of
remember
which
this,
appears
actually.
every time
Maybe
someone
something
reaches
else.
go. There are only 8 bosses in the game, and once all the bosses have been beaten, the player with the highest score wins. So if you're playing with a standard-sized group, this thing will be over in less than 40 minutes. I always thought Monopoly would
That's
be
a pretty
more
good
fun
time.
if I got to play less of it. One of the die has been replaced by a power-up die, which can be rolled before or after you move and can either grab you coins or make others lose coins.
Okay.
This sounds like a whole lot of fun, but you know what it doesn't sound like? Monopoly. There's no buildings, there's no railroads, there's not even a bankruptcy mechanic.
Then what's
you know
the
what
point?
This is? This is just a Mario Party board game with points instead of stars. So is this a good revamped Monopoly? Brother, there is no Monopoly here. No. It does sound like a good game though. Next up, Monopoly Electronic Banking. Completely removes the cash from the game, instead giving each player a credit card that they use to keep track of their funds.
I had this one. Yeah, I think this one's probably really popular, right?
The railroads are now airports. And yeah, I think that's it. This is the exact opposite of Monopoly Gamer. This
No cheating either. I mean, I would cheat. I would add another 0 when I typed it in. I'd be like, oh, you landed on my property. You owe me $100. Oh, no, $1,000. Oops. Oh, man. Sorry. My mistake. Oh, when did that happen? Like 4 turns ago? Oh, I don't remember. I guess we'll have to stop playing. I would absolutely cheat in this game.
Monopoly with a digital currency shtick, and no other gameplay changes. So is this a good revamped Monopoly? Brother, there is no revamp here.
It's the same. Coney, when he lands on a bad space. Wait, I'm the thimble, actually. You think I just co-opt other people's pieces? I land on go to jail? Oh, wait a minute. I forgot I'm the dog. I forgot I'm the dog. My aunt is next to me like, no, I'm definitely the dog. No, I'm the dog. I forgot to say that. This thing's heckin' epic.
Why does he look so...
He has a participation medal. Oh, my God. Is that our legacy, my generation?
For millennials. Forget real estate. You can't afford it.
It's a crying emoji. Cool glasses, a hashtag. Oh, my God. You know, we used to be the cool generation. Companies used to be like, wow, these millennials are so cool and they don't want to do any work. They're too cool and we don't know how to motivate them. We used to, like, think we were going to change the world. It's crazy.
Monopoly for millennials sees players acquiring destinations instead of properties, as they try to collect the most experiences by visiting places, escaping jail, etc.
This is like my chat.
They've completely gutted this thing of essential mechanics. No houses, no railroads, no... bankruptcy? Wouldn't that add to the whole poverty is
Then what
cool
do you
shtick
have
they're going
instead?
for here? Believe it or not even the dumbest thing in this game. Let's see the whack crap. Because there's no bankruptcy mechanic, what happens when you land on another player's space but don't have enough to pay? Well, absolutely nothing. It's just the next player's turn. Wow, what a payoff.
This is the easiest game. I guess if everybody's playing it, then it's a level playing field. Why would you play this?
You're right, millennial man. Adulting is hard.
Oh
I mean, it can't be that hard to just beat him up.
It was a cool thing to say back then, man. That's what we said. When you do a thing, you have to tell the world.
Monopoly Pizza Game. This game showcases just how important theming is, because this is the exact same thing as Monopoly for millennials.
Oh.
It follows the same rules, it has the same win condition.
How do you make the
difference
pizza?
Is it doesn't make me want to stick a sword in a light fixture. This game is just oozing personality.
Oh, God. This shit stinks.
A fake Detroit-style pizza is the first thing that greets you, and the tokens are shaped as slices that you can put together to make a full pizza.
Delicious.
These two are literally the exact same game, and yet the aura difference is absurd. All because they actually cared when making this
it's a different
one.
kind
So,
of
is this
game
a good
entirely.
revamped Monopoly? No, it has all the same problems that the last one did, but I honestly would not mind owning
How do you
this
make a
one. It
pizza
looks
in this game?
really cool. What's that? You want more Monopoly based on food?
Do you have any more?
Chocolate Monopoly. This one's a little weird. There's no dice, there's no houses, there's no cards, there's no money, there's no pieces. You don't even move on the board. Heck, in Chutes and Ladders, you at least move. Here's how Chocolate Monopoly works.
If somebody brought Chocolate Monopoly to the function, I'd be like, dude, do you need a fancy food? We're gonna cut off your toe, man. You have a problem.
Spin the spinner, and whatever color it lands on, you put one of that colored chocolate on the board.
I don't want to eat all the chocolate games,
full,
man.
The next person that spins that
Chocolate
color gets
Yahtzee?
all of those
Yahtzee! Oh!
Just chocolate from playing.
Oh, that's
once.
stupid.
Yep,
okay.
Only one of each chocolate in this bad boy. So unless you save the pieces for
dumb.
a repeat play, this is a one and done experience.
Chocolate
which I
Risk?
think was the intention because the board is made from
stupid.
paper. There's no reason to go hard on this one, as it wasn't made to be a competent board game. It was made to give you and your friends an excuse to sit around a table and eat chocolate. So I'll give it a pass on everything except playing Monopoly with a spinner.
I guess, but this shit looks old. That shit's chalky as hell by now. There's no way you could play this today, right?
Alrighty, I only have one try left to showcase a good revamp before we reach the games of no return.
Okay.
So I've picked my champion, and I think we've got a winner here. This is Monopoly City. Buildings can be put anywhere, but you are limited by the amount of space in your district, so you need to plan ahead if you want to maximize your value. The railroad spaces have been replaced, but by planning permission spaces, which will either let you put down buildings like prisons or sewage plants in opponent districts to decrease their value, or let you put water towers or parks in your own district to protect you from those in the future.
Oh, this shit's complicated. I'm not playing this. More prisons? For profit now!
If you like Monopoly, I highly recommend checking out the city.
I don't. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm not playing that shit.
There's not a single bad thing in this entire game. Okay, I lied. There's more to the game, and it's bad, alright?
How bad?
Most of my good memories of the game are moot if I want to play it again, because I completely forgot that when we played the game, we entirely ignored one of the components because of how stupid it was. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the trading unit. What if we took the red-hot action of building houses on your properties and locked them behind some arbitrary restriction? That's Hasbro, doing what they do best, screwing things up. Now granted, the trading unit does serve some nifty functions. It adds a timer to auctions and trades that force people to think and act quickly, which adds more stress to these actions.
Trading
but they
unit?
couldn't just leave it there. No, we have to add just one more thing to the trading unit. A light wheel tied to property construction. How does it work? Well, when you want to build one of your properties, go ahead and hit the button on the trading unit, and it will tell you how many houses you are allowed to build this turn completely at random.
What? That's awesome. I love that. What if I land on the train? You can build one train. I'm on Baltic Avenue.
These three bums somehow managed to release 1 year at a time consecutively from 2018 to 2020. So we'll travel backwards from youngest to oldest, and hopefully by the end of this, I'll have convinced you that maybe the regular Monopoly really isn't that bad. Starting off with 2020 Hasbro, we've got an absolute heater with Monopoly for sore losers.
This game's for me. I was crying at a game of Monopoly because my mom won. We played for like 2 months, and I was about to win, and then she won. We played every night for 2 months. This isn't a joke, for 60 days. And she barely won. She was trying to lose. She felt bad.
All the makings of a good yet unbalanced Monopoly title. But when you look just a little bit closer, the game begins to show one really rotten core. The main shtick of FSL is the sore loser tokens. Whenever you have to do a negative thing like paying rent, going to jail, or paying a tax, you collect one sore loser token and can hold a max of 4. When you have 4 of these tokens, you can turn them into Animorph into the big man himself.
That's it. I'm gonna pop my ult. You pushed me around for long enough. Now I'm angry.
Mr. Monopoly, who has his own massive token and a set of powers that are completely broken, which I'll get into.
Uh-oh, big-ass Monopoly man coming through. Watch out.
So, you've turned into Mr. Monopoly, and
I
are
sure
wondering
have.
what fabulous secret powers await you in your new form. Well, you've just unlocked the ability to ignore going to jail for rolling doubles 3 times. Get out of jail for free if you are already there.
Okay.
Send any player of your choosing
Thank you,
to
Jay,
jail
for the tier
instead
1.
if you have to go there.
You're framing people? Okay.
Instead of paying rent for landing on another player's space, collect rent from the player whose space you landed on. When you land on top of another player, skip their next turn and steal one property of your choice.
They go to jail? I didn't know he had a cage. You go on top. It's my turn. Bro, this game bangs. I love this.
From them, including any with houses.
I would have a house rule where I always get to be Mr. Monopoly. The whole time. It's my house, I get to be Mr. Monopoly, and I never run out of power.
Whenever you or someone else rolls doubles while you are the big man, you can place one house on any space on the board for free. This does not need to be on a completed set, and you do not have to build evenly. You biffed it. We were so close.
Oh. That's very strong.
Looked at this power set and said, no, he needs more. There is genuinely no reason to buy houses.
He's a little underpowered. I don't think
think
this guy's strong enough.
Getting them for free, so just wait and don't waste your money.
Wait, how long do you get to be the big-ass Mr. Monopoly? Is it just for one turn? You should play against Twitch chat, but you're always Mr. Monopoly. Cody, why is your piece so big? Oh, you'll see. The second I land on one of them, it's going to be so fucking funny.
See, you can mortgage properties, you can build houses like normal, and you can even trade properties with houses on them. But for some brain-licking reason, you are straight forbidden from selling houses back to the bank.
Well, that's probably because otherwise you would build them for free and then sell them later. That's free money.
This is one of the very few mechanics from standard Monopoly that is missing from this title.
Surely.
And I can see the artist's vision with this one. Since you can put down houses for free, they likely didn't want you slapping one down on the blue, selling it for $200, and turning that into 2 free orange houses.
Yes,
Makes
exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
Except in preventing an exploit that will get you a few more low-level houses, they ended up crashing the entire housing market. Controlling the housing market is a very powerful strategy in Monopoly. With a limited number of houses, you can build up your property
you can run out of houses.
to use the most amount of them as possible. Now, what if there was a way to put down houses wherever you want, for free, right from the start of the game, without needing to build evenly, with the ability to put them on properties you don't even own, and
mess.
the guarantee that they will never leave that space? The result is complete market
What a fucking
strangulation.
disaster,
These
man!
houses are going to fly off the market, and they will be built unevenly to maximize value. Our representative from 2019 Hasbro is the self-made investment guru herself, Ms. Monopoly.
Finally. Yes. Yes, finally.
For a quick recap, the wage gap mechanic changes the amount of money each player makes. If you are a boy, you start with $1,500 and get $200 when passing go. But if you are a girl, you start with $1,900 and get $240 when you pass go.
Does it mean, like, in the game? Or does it mean, like, you know, can I, like, in real life, being a boy, does that hurt? Or can I be like, actually, I main girl in Miss Monopoly?
The railroads have not been axed, but they have been replaced by ride shares, which allows you to move to the next ride share on the board if you would like. The building up to a hotel system is gone, replaced by the new and improved business headquarters. Only one business headquarters can be placed on a property, and once it's on there, it's there forever. As a result of this change, the values of these properties have plummeted. Boardwalk and Chocolate Chip Cookies are the most expensive properties in their respective games. And when maxed out, there is a $1,200 drop in value for the Monopoly property. Are you feeling empowered yet? But
is this guy trying to... Why is Mr. Monopoly, like, trying to appeal... Do you see this? What a simp.
Our representative from 2018 Hasbro is the one and only Monopoly Cheaters Edition.
Okay, I've seen this, but I don't know how you play it.
Utilities, gone. Taxes, gone. Free parking, altered into a completely different space. Railroads, disfigured beyond recognition.
They never have railroads in these side things, do they?
When you land on this pretender, you just move ahead to the next one. You can't buy it, and you can't even pay to move further like in the other ones. Stop trying to fix
They fucking
the
hate the
railroad.
railroads, bro.
States Avenue is now 20 bones, Atlantic Avenue is half off, and Pennsylvania Avenue is just straight up free.
Why?
This is actually not too bad of an
Why
idea.
did they do that? Why Pennsylvania,
I
of
can
all the
appreciate
places?
what they were going for here. It absolutely upends the cost balance of the game, but it adds even more to the hectic nature of that initial property scramble. Green is always left to dry in our games due to its many drawbacks when compared to others.
Damn, that's
But
crazy,
with
'cause I like
Pennsylvania
green.
being free, the greens become a
I'm a green guy. I'm a big fan of the green spots.
15 cheats in the game, but only 5 of them can be allowed cheats at any one time. Yes, in Monopoly Cheaters Edition, you are restricted with the amount of cheating you are allowed to do because irony would not be invented until 2019. Stealing money from the bank, skipping out on rent.
I can move 60 spaces because I'm the car. Uh-oh, premium fuel.
Swapping yours and an opponent's properties, all of these would be legitimately fun things to try to get away with. One good thing that the cheats do is give a creative punishment for if you get caught. If you try to skip out on rent, you'll have to pay double and go to jail. If you try to move the wrong amount of spaces, you have to pay the player that caught you and they will roll for you next turn. If you try to charge a player more
punishment.
rent than they owe, you go to jail
Yeah,
and
they're like
cannot
Fallout
collect
perks.
any rent while you're there. What boggles the mind then is how they managed to put negative thought into the inverse of that. As instead of your reward for getting away with cheating being whatever benefit you cheated for, you get an extra bonus on top of it. The
I
worst
think
of
you
these
deserve
by
that.
far are the property related ones. Manage to swap a property with another player without them knowing? Put a free hotel on your new one.
Oh, shit.
Manage to steal a property from another player or the bank? You guessed it, free hotel. Get
Okay,
away
never
with
mind. That would
not
fuck up
paying
the
rent
game.
Once?
No way, that's hotel.
Congratulations. You now own that property.
What?
This game has to have the most condensed amount of wasted potential I have ever seen from a single product. How they managed to take such a great
game's
idea
awesome.
like letting you cheat in
And
Monopoly
also, you go to jail, corrupt banker.
and screwed it up this bad needs to be studied.
Again, you could just cheat in normal Monopoly. That's like the point. Who among us hasn't played as the banker and slipped themselves a couple hundos? You know what I'm saying? It's part of the game.